Hey, this is a beautiful Wednesday in Great Falls, Montana. I think it's June 3rd. Yesterday was a primary. I don't know whatever that meant. I had to send my vote in. Did. I think I got it there in time a few days ago. But the COVID-19 shutdown is still shutting most everybody down, and I think the theme of my talks are going to be, don't let the shutdown shut you down. Got it? Don't let the shutdown shut you down. Now, I know a lot of you guys may be enjoying this shutdown. I don't have the slightest idea why, but maybe you are. But I want to talk about a subject that is near and dear to my heart. It's called recreation. Recreation is something that I was a professional at most of my life till I got older, and I go, man, I had no idea how much work it took to recreate. Well, actually, I did know how much work it took. I just did it. And now, I don't know if I like to work as hard at recreating, but it is so important to recreate, because part of recreating is restoring your soul, restoring your emotions, restoring your health, restoring your heart, restoring relationships. Matter of fact, in Genesis chapter 2, verse 1, let me read these verses to you. It says this: So the creation of the heavens and the earth and everything in them was completed. On the seventh day, God had finished his work of creation, so he rested from all his work. God rested. Now, I'm not sure if he needed a rest or he just stopped. He goes, man, done enough. And part of that resting is restoring. Now, of course, we all know it was called the Shabbat, or the Sabbath. And the law said, listen, on the seventh day, bam, we don't do a thing. We rest. And that's in Exodus 20, verse 11, where he says, this day you set aside, and it's a holy day. Let me read it to you exactly. This is what it says in Exodus 20, 11. It says, for in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth and the sea and everything in them. But on the seventh day he rested. That is why the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and has set it apart as holy. Now that's law, but the reality is I've had friends, because I enjoy working probably too much, and I just get going. This is the way it is, and I'm sure a lot of you guys, a lot of you ladies do the same thing. But you really do need to take some time to rest, because when you rest, you can recreate. You recreate, you recreate, you restore, you refurbish, you remake, you reestablish, you reorganize, you rehab. That's what do you do when you recreate? Because recreating is recreating, and we all need to do that. And so even though we're in a time where, maybe we're not recreating, but we think we're recreating ourselves because we're not doing anything, because the shutdown has got you shut down, that's not it. You have got to recreate. You have to figure out something to do to restore your soul, to restore your relationships, to restore some vitality in your life, to get your brain to think again. And I have no idea what it is that you do that does that for you. For me, I have to have some wind going through my hair rapidly. I usually like water around me. And so usually it includes a boat, usually a lake, not near any oceans, and it includes speed, and it brings a smile to my face, and that helps restore my soul. For you, it might be just getting away, grabbing a good book, grabbing your tablet, and reading. But whatever it takes for you to restore your soul, to recreate, you need to do it. And you can't put a price on it either. You got to be able to figure out, what can we do? What is it, what does it take to restore who you are? I think the message is, just because you're slowing down or the shutdown has got you shut down, you can't let it shut you down. You have to figure out what you can do to recreate, to restore. Me and my lovely bride, my wife, Janelle, we're going to go on vacation. We talked about it yesterday, and she got so excited. And I'm going, we got to get out of here. She's a public school teacher. She's been pulled at a million different directions because she's working online. She also has to go to school. You know, I can tell when her soul is getting sucked dry. She can tell when my soul is getting sucked dry. And so you have to plan it. You have to plan. Listen, I'm going to give you you busy people. You people that aren't busy, you know, get busy and then figure this out. Because here's the reality of recreation, of recreating. You need to schedule it. You need to have maybe 2 or 3 times a year where you are going to go and get recreated. Because if your RPMs are going all the time, you got to figure out when can you shut down, to rest, to shut down, to reboot, and you need to have some scheduled events. You know, I used to have 2 or 3 of them. Now I'm down to about 2. But I know I need to reschedule more, and so do you. So the reality is this, folks. The creator of the universe rested. He told us all, listen, on a weekly basis, you need to stop. And I think in that resting, you need to recreate. You need to be with somebody. You need to do something. Fishing, golfing, quilting, shooting, scuba diving, skydiving, racing, dirt bike riding, snowmobiling, skiing, boating. I don't know what it is, and frankly, as long as it's not sin, you should do it. It's a biblical thing. You need to stop and recreate and recreate. So listen, don't let the shutdown shut you down. If you haven't recreated in a while, talk to your friends and family. Talk to your friends and family and say, listen, I need to recreate. I need to rest. I need to reboot. Because sometimes just doing nothing is not recreating. It's not resting. It's just, I don't know, it's becoming lazy, I think. Listen, Lord bless you guys. Thank you for listening. I hope this encourages you to recreate, to get out, to enjoy God's creation and let the good Lord restore your soul. Lord bless. We'll catch you next time.